Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, Divine Psychic Medium here, delivering messages to you from the higher realms, so welcome in everyone. Alright, so it's going to be a reading for all the chosen. Alright, Earth Angels, Light Workers, Star Seeds, 144,000, right? Alright, so this is a very powerful time. We're following this Scorpio full moon, okay? Our first full moon cycle after the eclipses, so definitely there's major closing out. So let me tell you what, this is literally when, you know how you hear things are eclipsed out? Well, this is when they're being eclipsed out. There's just a big releasing that's going on with this full moon. A lot of intense energies definitely are coming out. It's taken me a little bit to even harness the power of this energy, because there was so much chaos and conflicts that were going on, as every full moon. Witches and bitches always be sending stuff my way. Right? But it's taken me a little bit longer just to alchemize this time. I've even said in a post, it's just the light is already won. Okay, it's just things have been delayed, right? But I'm always going to rise, right? So it may have just been, they're giving me the spirit animal. What is it? The possum. You know, when he or she, I don't know, I said he, goes through extreme shock or feels threatened, they get into this state of what's it called, a catatonic state, right, where they freeze. But it's a defense mechanism in a way, but it's to allow them to calm down, strategize. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like that may be what happened to you. Was you got very shocked, but it was almost meant to happen that way, because it's you had to go through extreme shock, have something like that happen for there to be deep cellular regeneration. It's just something deep had to happen to come out, to really get to these very, very deep emotions. For some of you, it was a way to, maybe you had things happen, or maybe, timeless reading. It could be something to come where it's going to put you in that state. But you need to know that it's happening for a major purging, releasing. It's in the midst of chaos, you can't often see. Sometimes when things are being dismantled and destruction is happening, it is happening for a new foundation, a new clearing, a new beginning to emerge. But you don't see it as that. Have you ever been through a situation where it looks so terrible and awful in the moment, but then after it was all done and you're down a new pathway or something, you're oh, I'm so glad that happened, because now I'm over here. It's say you lose a job, you get fired or something, and then you're what am I going to do? Oh my gosh. But then all of a sudden you get a new job opportunity, and then all of a sudden you're in this amazing new atmosphere and environment, and you're just, wow, I am actually glad I lost my job, or it wouldn't have sent me down this path to go towards this new career opportunity, or whatever it may be. So there's something I feel that's happening with that right now. Keep in mind, it's a timeless reading, right? It's going to integrate at any time. But it's more fun to catch my readings in real time. Know that. It's the most going to let you know about cosmic energies, right? Because we literally just had this full moon 48 hours out from when I'm recording this. So it was a very, very intense, we're still feeling it. We feel full moons for a full week, right? So we feel them, well, me, right, being a moon goddess, very intuitive with the moon, I feel it a week before, right, very in tune with the moon. So this is very I've had so much happen. Literally, I've sat at my desk a couple of times and I'm just I can't even do a reading right. It's not going to be high vibrational, right? And I know I'm always supposed to put my story out there and stuff, and it's they want me to, but I'm not ready to, and I have more, I want to feel a little bit better. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's been going on, right? But Wow, look at this. Seven of Swords. There's definitely a letting go, right? But it's letting go of fear. See, she's like running away. For some of you, you could have been in the Seven of Swords energy, right? Where I feel maybe you were wearing a mask, you were always strategizing, you were, you'll see the Seven of Swords a lot of the decks, it's someone trying to take all the swords from the camp, right? Trying to run away with them. It's like for some of you, you could have been in a situation where you're like, I need to be in this situation because I need to strategize a better way to close out a situation so I don't get hurt. Like for some of you, you could have been, you could have been in a situation where you were trying to, it's almost like you could have been threatened in a way, but you were staying in a situation to keep things calm and peaceful. Somebody could have been in an abusive relationship or situation. Or maybe you are and that's going on now, right? And you're being called to free yourself, let go of something, okay? You never give in to fear. If you feel fear or threatened, then you need to change that, right? What can you do to change that? Do you need to reach out for help? Do you need to leave? Do you need to, whatever it may be, right? Never stay in a situation where you feel threatened and things like that, obviously, right? So, you'll know if this is for you. If that part's not for you, then leave it out because I read collectively, right? If you want a personal reading, then reach out to me down below in the description box to let you know. Okay, so there's a strong King of Pentacles coming out. Then there's a Hanged Man, but it's next to the King of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, you're at a choice point. There's two energies here. So, but the Hanged Man, a new perspective about a King of Cups, or I'm more getting it as a letting go. Maybe there's somebody coming in to help you do so with the King of Pentacles, or this is you getting in the King of Pentacles energy, right? Page of Swords is here, and see, that's about strategizing. But see, I'm getting like warrior energy, But see, I've always seen this card as it looks like she's trying to block out the light, or I'm seeing this new perspective. She's embracing the light. Maybe you are starting to embrace the light. You're starting to tap into abilities, skills. I'm hearing like you're getting like ancestral help. You're getting like strength from like spirit, right? Maybe to get yourself out of a situation. Maybe you're in a stronghold. Maybe somebody had some sort of control over you, finances, resources, something like that. Because I'm seeing this Five of Pentacles. So maybe you need to go through a temporary time of lack or loss or something like that, right? Sorry, guys. It's early for me. Okay. So Two of Wands. There's definitely a new pathway, but I feel like you're letting go of something. See, she's letting go. Looking at that skeleton, right? Or skull, right? You're definitely saying goodbye to... I'm feeling it could be a person situation. It looks like it, but for some of you, it might just be like a mindset. Because with the skull, right? Getting like the mind mentality, letting go of fear. But you'd be surprised that when you change your mindset, as within, so without, you're going to be changing your physical life just by changing your thought process. Your internal world's going to change your outer world. So even if you change your internal worlds and you're thinking of a new direction, pathway, like it's going to come about. So I guess what I'm saying is like it's going to be both, but it takes time, right? You change within first and without. See, and there's two fives here. There's Five of Cups and Five of Swords. See, this is always like the most violent Five of Swords deck that I have. She's literally holding a dagger. Now, I don't know if this is you feeling as though you need to protect yourself, because she's holding on to a weapon. And I'm getting for the first time too, she holding that knife down. So she's serious. Because if you know about knives, That's like the correct way when you're ready to fight, is to hold it down, not hold it up. So she's holding it the right way. She ain't playing around. Somebody is not playing around anymore. And it's not even a knife that she's holding. She's holding a shard of glass. She's still holding it down, though. She ain't holding it up. She ready to fight. She knows the right way to fight. Some sort of ending is elevating you with the Five of Cups. See that? Maybe you found an alternate way to protect yourself, you know, because I'm picking up a lot on that weapon. Okay. Oh, sorry. I haven't been sleeping very much lately, so. Okay. Like, I had to get out of bed just to avoid things. Like, it's ridiculous. Alright. Anyways. So I was like, let me channel this into a reading. Right? So, channel your anger, your passion into a passion, right? So, yeah, 8 of Swords. I'm getting to, sometimes you just have to get out of bed. If, like, I know, like, when you're depressed and stuff, like, you want to hide away. You don't want to get out of bed. It's funny, I was just talking about, I got out of bed to get with frustration, but whatever. Somebody I feel has, like, been really depressed and sleeping a lot. You need to get out. You're going to get a new perspective. Getting out and walking around. Getting in the sun, getting that energy going. Okay. Get out of black, too, if you're wearing a lot of black. A lot of us don't realize. It's a protection color, but you trap energy, too. So you need to wear different colors, right? Eat some oranges, too. Be looking at those oranges. Right? Like, look at your food while you eat it and really pull in those colors. Because a lot of times if you're staring into a phone or a device and you're not looking at the food, then you're missing a lot of the stuff that you get with the visuals, with the colors, with the stimulation. I'm here for some of you, too. Like, you just need to get a bowl of oranges. You need to have a bowl of oranges out in your home, like in your kitchen. It's very good to have orange in your kitchen. You see it, it's very uplifting. 6 of Pentacles in the Sun. Fairness is coming in. This 5 of Cups came right back out with the 2 of Pentacles. Right? Like, I'm trying to do a spread. It just ain't working. They're just coming out this way. So, oh my goodness, I'm so tired. I'm drinking coffee too. Organic coffee too. You need to be careful. I've always kind of felt that way. There's something about coffee. It's funny they brought me to this, right? And I was like, no, because I know that there's a lot of junk, right? You don't realize the mass production of coffee, the way that they harvest it, there's all sorts of chemicals and pesticides and all sorts of stuff, right? And that stuff is in the coffee, not to mention the preservatives that they have to put in the foods to preserve them. You know, if you think about that, I don't know why we never really thought about that collectively, but it's like, you know, normal food, you cook it, right? Fresh food, when you create it, you bake it, cook it, whatever. Like, what do you have to do to stop it from growing bacteria and mold, things like that? You have to preserve it. You have to put it in the fridge, keep it cool, whatever. Or certain foods, like, you know, like, I hate buying, like, baker breads that are prepackaged. I always shop at the bakery and buy it where it's freshly made, you know, because I don't want all the preservatives and stuff that they put in the package, the chemicals, to stop it from spoiling. Think about that. All of that's going into our bodies. Right? Like, recently, like, it's crazy the foods that you look at, the chemicals that's in it. But that's why it can stay in a package and in a box for a long period of time and not spoil, because you're eating that, right? Those chemicals are causing cancer and all sorts of things, right? Oh my gosh. I mean, like, look at all this stuff. Literally, like, I got a bag of chips, right? That literally, there's a big warning label on it that says it causes cancer and all sorts of stuff. I'm going to take a picture of it and put it on my thing. But I'm just like, oh my God, like and it was gifted to us or whatever, right? I'm like, look at this, right? It's like, this is just awful. But the way that they stated is that chemicals that are put in this product under high temperatures, it's not good. Just like it kills me, right? Like when we buy these things, just like the cake mixes, right? Like I've always told my kids, like, no, don't eat the batter or whatever. Don't eat, because there's chemicals that's in it, right? They were like, but you did when you were a kid and all of that. I'm like, yeah, because we did the stuff from scratch, so it was a lot different. It wasn't the preservatives that are now in these boxes, right? And it's like when you bake it and it reaches certain temperatures, it's supposed to bake out the chemical, right? But then there's certain foods that under high temperatures it combusts and it makes it very hazardous, like lunch meats and things like that. You're not supposed to heat them up and then eat them, but still you're still ingesting the chemical, right? It's all about smoke and mirrors and how they present it. But anyways, like with the chips and a lot of the prepackaged snacks, if they get to high temperatures, that chemical is now poison for you and you're eating it, right? So anyway, but like with the cake mix, it's like now they're doing a lot of these no bake where you take the cake mix, right, and you mix it up and you make a treat and you eat. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're like straight up just giving poison. Like you have to treat that flour, like it has to be cooked to a certain temperature, right? Even if you're going to take it into like, they don't realize that there's so much chemicals and stuff. Wow, they led me to this just off of coffee. So anyways, yeah, I've known like the coffee, the mass production of coffee, there's chemicals in the coffee. So if you're starting to be conscious of like what you're buying, right? Maybe you look more into coffee. So anyway, like I've been only drinking organic coffee, right? And I know that a lot of it's just labeled that way and they still use stuff, but I've noticed that it tastes a lot fresher and different, right? So just be mindful of different things. Maybe start looking into them. And a new thing too, I don't know the name of it, but it's like they're starting to blend up crickets. Well, I mean, they always have, but they're starting to use this as a preservative and a protein powder. And they're putting it in a lot of chemical or in a lot of things because they're finding out that it helps with the preserving process. So they have a specific name, but it's actually just ground up crickets, right? I don't know. That freaks me out because I don't want to eat creatures. I don't eat creatures. So whatever they are. Yeah, and so they're starting to, if they can put a label on it, they can. I don't know. I got me going with this just with coffee, right? Well, they were wanting me to do a video about it. So yeah, see if I don't give a message when I'm told to. Then it comes out and I channel message and other messages. And then I feel like it just doesn't make sense. All right, let's get back to this reading. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, and like, all right, last thing I'm going to do, literally, like, I was going to do this video, but like, I can't now. Because my son took off with all of them. But he literally came back. My son's 14, and he's been getting into the new age, all the new stuff, all the vapes, right? All of these different things. Like, I had no freaking idea how much like goes into all of these vapes and all of these things and what they are doing to our children. Like literally he had a collection of them and he brought them on. I was going to do a video with them and I was just going to show just like I cannot believe what they are doing to market all these vapes. Like he had so many different style vapes where you can get the different flavors. Like I knew that, but the different colors, and you charge all of these up by Type-C charger, and you charge these vapes, right? And they all have nicotine in them, right? So they already have that chemical hooking all of the kids, right? In it, but the different colors to the different things that they do, like they light up and they say different sayings on them. One of them he had looked like a freaking Tetris game. It had a built-in game within the vape, and you can buy the stuff and recharge them and reuse them. Mind you, all of this stuff is supposed to be, 18 plus, but the children have found ways to get all of this stuff, right? And then now my son was just getting into cash apps and all that, can just cash app anybody at any time. And, they found ways, to virtually do this stuff with the money and paying people. And they were asking just random people and things like that to get the stuff. But anyways, I could not believe looking at the collection that he had. It makes these children want to get them, right? And it was unbelievable. Like, even one of them was bright orange, and it had said like Leo, and had the Leo zodiac, and on the back it said, let the pulse be with you, and all of this stuff. And it's like, so these children got to like show off the different vapes that they have, and one of them was an angel, and on the side when you hit it and vaped from it, it lit up saying love and all these hearts and all of these things. And he was explaining to me the different prices of them, but most of them are like 25 each. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, and the chemicals and stuff that they are putting into these things, not to mention it messing with their lungs. And and then one of them was like, the longer that you inhale it, you clear a certain point, right? And so then it makes these children want to do this to clear the certain level. And he was explaining this to me. And and he's got such a bad cough. That vape is creating moisture in the lungs, which is leading to pneumonia and all sorts of stuff. I mean, these poor children, like it's messed up. And then I told him, like, you don't even know what they're putting in that. Like, they have to be putting something to hook these children. And I really feel it's messing a lot, just like, a lot of the stuff that's very addictive that they're putting in, the video games and the hidden frequencies and sounds. And I already told them, I'm like, they're putting things in these things to hook you children that are messing with you. This is like the new way that I feel they're targeting these kids, is through these vapes. I don't know. I was just in shock. Like, I mean, I know you see them everywhere and stuff, but I just had no idea, right, how much they are. And I don't even know what to do with that. It's just, I don't know. They brought me to that, like, it's so sad. Like, so if your, child's getting into those things, like, like every time I catch them, I confiscate them, right? And they take them away. And the police are really good at taking them away because, and they can get charges too for them. Like, it's supposed to be, just like with cigarettes, 18 and older to get these things. But I don't know, maybe it's like, if you are catching these kids with these things and you're taking it to extremes, like, I know it's very serious, but you need to understand it's like these, like, my son's been trying a lot, like, really what got him into him is it had to make him feel cool and things like that. And like the way that these children, it's like loot for them, right? And the collection scene, he felt like he needed to have a collection of them. And it's always like so much to him when they do take him away, because it's like, oh, certain ones that he had, and he wanted to be able to show them off to his friends, because some of these are worth $40-$60, and things like that. But it's like, and it's very controlling over his mind. And and think about it, it's like it's physically addicting them to it, so they're going through withdrawals when they don't have it, right? So you need to be careful too about just completely ripping it from them, because it's doing a lot within the mind. Now, I'm not saying condone it, things like that, but maybe have some more like compassion, things like that. Like, you need to do something, like maybe confiscate, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like they're really finding a way to, just like they say that, like, taking away a cell phone from a child, right? They've found that the stuff that it does within the mind, like, it's like if they lose a cell phone, and it's like relating to like the death of somebody, like like the levels of the mind that it does. And just seeing like what was going on with him in these vapes, right? Like, I know that I just can't physically just take them and throw them. Like, it just causes so much, like, so it's like I have to confiscate them from him. But it's just like, I don't know. That's why I felt like they were really wanting me to do like a video like about that. I don't know. It's just crazy. You know, just all of these things that they are doing. Like, let me show you something else that like I confiscated from him. That these kids are getting. Like, look at this lighter, right? It's all digital. It's just freaking me out with the AI and all this stuff. But like, look at this lighter. It's not the normal like butane, right? Okay, so hold on. Oh, there's a lock on it. So you have to unlock it. You push to flip it so it lights up, right? It's all cool. It has a countdown. It literally has a button that you push, and it has electronic coils. Look at that. And pulsating, and it lights up. That's how it lights it. And I guess, you know, he told me that it's like, I don't know, but like tasing or whatever, like you could use it as a weapon and stuff. I don't know how strong it is. I'm not going to play around with it, but that's what I mean. Like, but it's just, it's not the normal, that's what I mean. But it's like, they're taking things to a new level. Like, I didn't even know that these lighters were out there. Like, literally, like, it's just freaking me out. They're wanting me to, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I was just told to bring that awareness out there for someone. Like, you need to be like, you really need to be careful. Watch your kids. Like, I just think about poor little girl. Like, obviously he got this from a girl. Look at the colors. But I was like, what if those kids that get into like hurting themselves? All this stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just freaking me out. I don't know. See, there's a lot of stuff in my mind. I haven't gone on here and done readings, right? But it's like, you need to be careful of this stuff. It's like, this is like loot for them. And they're really targeting them. They're really putting stuff in their minds. It's just crazy. It's such a... Okay, I don't know. I'm going to leave that there. Just being a parent right now of teens is very challenging. Maybe give yourself a break, right? Like, maybe maybe this is going to go out there for someone like somebody struggling with their kid. Maybe this is going to, I don't know. Whatever I feel guided to, it's always for somebody, right? All right, let's get into some more cards, though. But there's ending to toxic cycles. There's victory. Maybe you need to get some help, right? Right? Maybe somebody's wanting to do something with helping the youth, right? Or children out here. Something. I know that that's been on a path that I very much want, so I don't know. Okay, Sun card, Seven of Pentacles. Divine timing, like the sun is just definitely coming in, right? Blessings, abundance, like collectively there's a major shift that's going on, right? A lot of things are being healed. Just, okay. I don't know. I'm like off track now. I'm trying to get back into this. It's all in divine timing, right? It's about having patience. Like the sun is coming. I'm getting like help is coming, right? Like the sun is definitely coming in, but I feel like there's a delay. Yeah, see the star card. There's healing that's coming in. Wish fulfillment's coming in, but it's like healing needs to take place. And one thing I was realizing is like the enemy was really trying to stop a lot of healings, right? A lot of downloads, a lot of messages, right? But they're still going to come. Like help is still coming. Healing is still coming, right? Is what I was talking about kind of in the beginning. So they're kind of bringing me back so I can close this out. Is that a lot of, you know, amongst all the chaos and everything that's going on, like healing is coming, but you got to let go of fear, right? See that the Seven of Swords, if you've been in fear, you've been running from something, right? Like you're going to come right into alignment with the sun. The sun's going to shine upon this. Like healing is definitely coming. Two of Cups energy, right? And yeah, transformation. Angels, Illinois, there's definitely a major transformation that's going on here, right? I'm getting a big heart healing and some tough decisions may need to be made. And that's what I'm getting. Like, it may be hard in a moment. It's something I wanted me to talk about too. Like I was hearing like, Oxford House, like, healing treatment, things like that. Like maybe for some of you, like if your child is struggling, like maybe putting him in a treatment center or a facility or something like that. Because I was talking about like it could be hard to just completely pull it away too. So, but, and I was thinking like maybe you need to get into like get them into some other hobby or collection or something else that they could be collecting for loot and things like that, other than these little vapes and lighters and all sorts of, stuff like that. But maybe you can't do it like on your own. So maybe you need to make some decisions to get some help, right? Some healing. Because look at this Empress, like she's sitting there, right? Like she's not being honored, respected. I feel like maybe, your child or you're too far into something. Maybe sometimes you need a little bit of time for healing. Definitely strength is coming out. Maybe you need to look at things from a new perspective, or find your strength to make some sort of change, a letting go, a new perspective. Like I know it can be hard to accept the fact that you have to let intervention or services come in. For some of you, like it's out of your hands and you kind of have to, and it might not look like healing. It could look like you're giving up, but you're not, right? Healing is definitely coming in. This is the perfect card to end this reading, right? With Temperance. I love this card. She's already done everything that she could do. Okay. Now she's just got to sit back and let the divine kind of take over. But if she doesn't, she's looking up here, right, off of the distance. She doesn't even see that the magic is happening. And whatever she was mixing in this cup that she put down, or pail or whatever, like, look at how magical that looks. And it's pouring right into a lotus flower here. So it's like I feel you did so much, right, that you could, but you were actually creating magic. You don't realize it. But sometimes it's like, you could be trying to fix something and perfect it, but it's like sometimes when you finally just let it go and then others see it, like, oh wow, like, have you ever been working on something before and like, this isn't very nice, and then like you put it down, but then somebody else comes across it and like, oh my gosh, look at this, like that's kind of what I feel like for some of you, like a new perspective, like let somebody else come in, and I'm getting like the divine, like the magic. For some of you, you just got to let go and let God, divine source, come in, intervention, change, healing. And that's what I got for you, right? So take it however you feel it fitting. If any part is not fitting, then it was someone else's part. So leave it at that, right? So love and light to all of you. I'm going to get into pulling some more oracle cards off this energy, find out more. But that's what I had for all of you. Love and light. Bye.